Hey everyone, so today is Cooking with Miss Q. I'm your host, Miss Q, Miss Jazzee QT, obviously. And today we're doing shrimp rotini on a $20 budget, and it only cost us $12.88 at Stop and Shop. I don't know what other supermarkets you guys might have near you. I know in like some other states they have places like Acme, H Mart, Trader Joe's, Sam's Club, BJ's, all that stuff. Was Fairway, Fine Fare. You can get all of these ingredients at your local grocery store. So for me, the shrimp, I have Nature's Promise, medium large cooked shrimp. This is a 41 to 50 shrimp per pound, and it's peeled and deveined. So then I had the Barilla, where is it? I had the Barilla tricolor rotini, because the tricolor is known to be healthier for you, and you know we do want to keep this meal healthy. I am pescatarian. I'm trying to transition to vegan by the time I graduate college in 2021 with my undergrad, and it's just, you know, you want to be more healthy and you don't want to do too many more poisonous or just, you know, anything bad or GMO. So yeah, that was the Barilla pasta, and then the pasta sauce, Barilla tomato and basil. I'm only gonna use about a third of this. So the pasta itself, it cost me $1.45, which is like $1.50. That's like the price of a soft drink. Like, you know, you get the little small Cokes at your deli, bodega. Here, I live in New York City, so we have a lot of delis, bodegas, whatever you call it. I always call it a deli, corner store, depending on where you live. Where I live, where I grew up, wasn't too many corners, but it was just really a deli, so I always go to a deli, and then I see corner stores depending on the area. So at your deli, you know, you get like a soda for like a 50, or here we call them nutties, but it's called Tropical Fantasy, because when we were in school, everybody was like, oh, it makes your sperm count lower, but hey, so that's why they call it nutties, but they've always been like cheaper. But and then the basil, the sauce costs like $3, costs $2.99. So yeah, so altogether my meal did cost $12.88. So this basically is a meal under $15, which is really, really good. So without further ado, let's get started with the cooking process. Oh, and if you guys don't even believe me, here I can show you guys my receipt. I don't know if it's really visible, so I'll put a picture up when I edit. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay, so like I said, we're making shrimp rotini. So what we're doing is making shrimp rotini with Brussels sprouts. And so obviously we'll need shrimp. This is our shrimp. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the shrimp. So I just bought the shrimp today to make tonight. And so what I'm going, and it's about 8 o'clock. I figure that this meal should take about a good hour and maybe 15 minutes, depending on my move time to make. So right now, to prep, I have to rinse off the shrimp, and because it really should have thawed overnight, but because I didn't have too much time, I'm just gonna rinse off the shrimp. Don't mind my hair, guys. So there's 40 to 51 shrimp in this basket. The serving size is 9. So I'm going to serve everybody about one like one more than the serving size. Since it's 9, I'm gonna serve 10. And I really shouldn't do that, but I'm like, well, hey, So if it's 50, then I'll have like 10 left over, and like, you know, I could do a little bit more something with the 10 that's left over. I don't know what I'll do, but hey. I don't know how many everybody's gonna eat though. That's my thing, and I'd rather just give the serving size. So yeah, I'm gonna use my handy dandy scissors. These are kitchen scissors, so they're really meant to cut food, but we're just gonna cut them today. If you cut this off, remember that you need to know how you're gonna store your fish. It says not to refreeze them, so I'm just gonna count out my fish. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guys, so like I said, I just put the whole bag of shrimp in here. It was about 30 shrimp, so it really ripped me off because it said 41 and 50 shrimp. And it was really about 30 in here. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to rinse it. So like I said, it's already peeled and deveined. All you have to do is rinse it. If you don't want the tail, you can take off the tail, but because I'm kind of pressed for time and I don't feel like doing all that extra work, and I feel like, you know, you can take off the tail when you eat it, that I'll just do it like that. Take off the tail when you eat it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn on my sink. I do not. So the reason why I turn on the sink first is because I didn't want to put any warm water. I wanted to let the water run first. See, this water is very hot. Now it's getting it cold. So we're going to put it all the way to the coldest. There, that's really cold. Alright, one sec, guys. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm rinsing the shrimp. You got to make sure you get in there and move it around so that everything is rinsed thoroughly. I strongly recommend using a colander. I recommend to use, when you're doing this, that you use a colander. But because I can't really find one right now, so I'm not going to use a colander. But like I said, I'm still just going to keep doing this. Just make sure that you move it around so that, you know, you don't feel like the ice on it and everything. You know, because you don't want to feel like, oh, it's too icy and it's so hard. You want it to cook kind of easily. Here, when it gets to be too much water, I'm just holding the shrimp down and rinsing it. Make sure that before you did this step, you had washed your hands. I washed mine. Obviously. Guys. Alright guys, so right now we're in the cooking portion. So I have my skillet here. This is for the shrimp. And then I have some butter, some Old Bay spice. This is some olive oil, some salt. They're not all going in the same place, guys. And then the shrimp, of course. The butter knife, of course, to cut the butter. And the shrimp. And the skillet. So right now, I'm going to turn on the pan. I'm going to turn on the pan so I could get the fire started. And okay, so now I'm gonna put the butter on it, and then we're gonna let the butter melt and put like just like you would as if you're scrambling eggs, and then put some shrimp in and then the tongs are to toss it or flip it really when it gets orange. Okay guys, so right now, like I said, I just started. This is how much butter I'm using. And now that I put the butter on, I can move around the skillet. So, you know, you want to have a little bit of a higher or medium to high. So yeah, you know, you want to move the butter around. Don't know why it's not moving. So what I'm going to do is, since it's not moving, I'm going to kind of push it around with the knife so that, yeah, you see? So that the butter kind of melts it. I might have put too much butter, but it'll give it a little bit more flavor. Just needed the pot to heat up a little bit more. So yeah, now that I'm done, I put my knife in the sink, and I'll tell you about cleaning as you go in a sec. So let me show you guys. Now it's on high, it's on medium to high. Medium to high. So right now the stove top is cooking on medium to high, and I have the butter sizzling. So next I'm going to put the shrimp in, just to let y'all know. And hold on. Ooh. So you want to make sure you spread your shrimp out flat so that they each have room to cook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate so that I could put the shrimp on it when it's done and turn. Turn! So now this is really on low, and the butter is really doing a lot of the cooking. So now hold on a second, because this is where we start to do a little something different. So I'm using like this portion of the Old Bay. I'm using it like this, and I'm gonna just sprinkle it. So now I'm just gonna turn one over to see how orange it is. It's not really orange yet. So guys, look at the sizzle. Okay. So like I said, you see it sizzling. Turn it over, make sure it's orange. Okay, so yeah, they're orange. So now we can just go ahead and turn them all over now, okay? Okay guys, so right now it is 9:22 and it's 8:22, and they're gonna be home at 9, and I want to make sure I have enough time to do the Brussels sprouts. Now the Brussels sprouts take 20 minutes, and I suspect that the pasta will as well, so I'm going to make sure I start them now. So I'm going to start the Brussels sprouts. Alright guys, so this was the last of the shrimp. And so like I said the first time, I'm gonna go ahead. So now the butter's already on it. It's under it. It's cooking one side. And so now I'm just gonna spray my Old Bay on this. And now if you realize, I just realized that my Old Bay is only on one side because I only spray it once. Well, sprinkle it once. So you know, you just sprinkle some Old Bay. You know, sometimes you might think it's not getting on there, but it is. Trust me. Okay, so this part is a little bit more spicy because look, it has kind of a little bit more Old Bay on it, but yeah. So look at it sizzle, and you're gonna see it some signs that it's turning brown. So like you see how it has the things right here, or you might like it's sizzling, or you might smell it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip over. You're gonna take your tongs. And then you're just gonna flip it over. See, like that. Oh, I finished with the shrimp. Look at it steaming. So what I'm gonna do is you just want to make sure you turned it all off so no gas leaks and everybody's okay. Like I said, so I have the Brussels sprouts. I need to make the Brussels sprouts now. That's why my oven is set to 350, and I have put my skillet in the sink to be washed. So I have to wash the skillet, the butter knife, and the bowl the shrimp was in. Alrighty guys, so Brussels sprouts time. They take a little bit longer because you have to prep them. You can't just throw them on a flame. You gotta put them in and prep them. So what I'm gonna do is cut them open. So it says tier here, but we're not gonna do it. You see, steam fresh, the little microwave ones. We're not microwaving them. This is different, honey. This video gonna be a little different. So yes, they are frozen as well. Okay guys, so right now the Brussels sprouts are cooking for 30 minutes on 350. And now I'm going to start the pasta, and so that we can be done by the time my dad gets home. His wife is already home. So guys, when you're doing your thing, you want to make sure you don't put too much water like I did. And then you just want to make sure you stir. Because if you don't stir, you never know, and then you're going to think, oh, it's ready. And it's not, because, well, mine is, because, see that? I can do that with mine. Can make it flame, and if you want to taste one, that's okay, because you want to make sure that it's edible and not like still hard. And then you have the sauce floating over there, but I'm gonna turn it off now because I have 10 minutes left, so I'll just let it cool down for 10 minutes. And the rotini, so I just turned it off, and it's just gonna sizzle a little bit. When you do it, just make sure you stick your fork in there to make sure you can tell before you take them out, just to make sure that they're all good. Okay? Like they're all pokeable so that you can eat them all. Yep, so I mean, we have 7 minutes left now, so it's almost 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna get some plates, and my dad should be home soon. So my dad is home at this time, so that means that I can just, you know, start to make everything, to put everything on plates and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get the plates down and get started, and I'll show you guys the finished product in a sec. Fine. So guys, it's all done. The sauce, the Brussels sprouts, the shrimp, and yeah, we're about to eat. Oh my god, guys, so my camera is dying, but so this is what I have so far. This right here is about 10 bucks, and then with the Brussels sprouts are $2.19. So now this is like an extra thing, so I'm gonna put this on last because it's not something I really planned on getting. But the Brussels sprouts are gonna be my greens. I'm not sure right now if I'm gonna get Brussels sprouts from this or if I'm gonna get them from the produce section. So right now I'm going to the produce section. Like I said, this is $2.19. This right here was like $1.50, I think $2. So that's like $3-4 right here, and then this is like $6. So that makes like 10 bucks right now. So you know, we're doing pretty well for ourselves. And then this is $2. So this is like, and then this is like $3 because like $2.99. So this is right here is this whole meal right now is wrapping up to be about 12 bucks.